We really, really love it. We're just feeling so thankful.
Yeah.
And just
so much.
It does kind of just feel like home.
So you gotta breathe, 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 breathe. Let it go and let it be.
Good morning, guys, from our new home here in North Carolina. I realized when I was editing how echoey this, I mean, you can kind of hear it in person, but I think it's especially on video, it's really echoey in this empty house. So I'm excited for the day that we kind of fill this space and it's a little less echoey. But last night was our first night here in the house, and it was a little bit of a rough night. I think we had to be going. All the excitement and everything. I think Mary's body was feeling a little, actually a lot worn out, and she's this morning, we actually have a friend from who lives a little ways away who drove in today to come have lunch with us. So it was just so fun to visit, but it's like afternoon now and Mary's starting to feel like it's a little hard to breathe, and she's doing some more vest and mist after doing it this morning. And so I think it's a little bit of the crash after all the adrenaline of getting down here and all the travel involved and the excitement of the new house. But we're really just grateful for this space, and just, I was praying this morning as I was drinking my coffee for the memories that are to be made here, but also the relationships that will form with the community that we meet. And even like we met our neighbor yesterday and just starting to form relationships, and all of those things. We're excited and it's terrifying, and so many emotions tied up into all of this. But Mary's trying to get those lungs clear. I actually met with a fence company this morning because we want a fence in the backyard for Ollie Boy, and right now there's a fence in the back, but we want to bring it and close it off to the house, and pieces are coming together. We're like doing little things, like we wanted to change some light bulbs yesterday of the color of lights and all of that, and so we're just working on little odds and ends around the house and getting blocks set up and all the things. So I think we just need to take a deep breath and say welcome to day 2 of our life here in North Carolina, even though we're headed back to Boston in a couple of days. So it's crazy, guys. This is a crazy journey.
Well, good morning. What a sunny, beautiful day. I just came down from upstairs in bed. I just did another hour of vest, and my lungs are just really struggling today. It seems it seems that I don't know what it seems. It just seems that my lungs are struggling, which I guess I already knew that since my lung function went down last week. But I am really enjoying being off of IVs. This morning was our first morning not hooking up, because yesterday morning I had one last dose of meropenem to do. But anyway, so it's nice to be off of IVs. I go back to clinic in just a couple of days. We've got to make our way back to Boston, back to clinic, and we will see what happens. I'm really actually not looking forward to the travel back. We will be driving back to Maryland, and the next day we'll be driving back to Boston, so it's gonna be a lot of car time. But I guess on one hand, maybe it'll be kind of restful, because I'll be forced to just sit. So maybe that'll be good. Yeah, we'll go with that. But I'm really enjoying our house. Oh, one of the things that we talked about, we ended up cutting it out of the vlog because the vlog that just went up is our first glimpse inside the house, my first time going in the house. Anyway, earlier in that vlog, we talked about how that day I really wasn't feeling well in the morning. And I said, but hopefully it's not how I'm feeling. Hopefully that's not what we'll remember. What we'll remember is how fun it was to see the house. And I think that that goes for a lot of life, living with a body that, you know, doesn't function quite right. When you're on vacation, your body's not working right, but hopefully what you'll remember mostly is your fun vacation. And that's kind of how I'm feeling about this trip is, you know, I was on IVs and now I'm off IVs, but really not feeling great. But hopefully what I'll remember is the sunshine pouring in the windows and just loving getting to know our new house. And yeah, but the reality is I can't do much. I'm just really not feeling good. And I mean, never mind the fact that I've been up in bed half the day doing my best and stuff. But I kind of feel like some iced coffee might,
Okay.
You know how it sometimes like cures me?
It's hard to leave her. I had to run out and print a few documents this morning, and I was like, this is my first time leaving. Like, well, we left yesterday, but it felt like, you know, I woke up and left the house and it felt right. And but I was like, I can't wait to get back to the house.
Yeah, we really, really love it. We're just feeling so thankful.
Yeah.
And just
so much.
it does kind of just feel like home, which is, you know what? That's kind of weird because you would think like it's a different house smell, it's a different everything, but it just feels like home. Maybe that's because we've traveled so much and like we've stayed in so many Airbnbs that like aren't ours and yet it's ours for the night. So maybe I just feel like I'm in an Airbnb or something. I don't know. But thanks for picking it out.
Hey, it was a team effort and I'm glad it worked out.
I think you could say it worked out. I packed a few essentials, and apparently included in the essentials were these wooden houses and also this whale. So let's just go ahead and unpack. All right, we're moved in. Welcome home. We could do like, ding dong.
Oh yeah.
Quink, quink.
I could
Should we do that?
squink quink. What are those
So,
noises?
ding dong. I know what we could do. We could film the box dropping on the front stoop. And then ding dong, and then.
We'd like to interrupt our regular, okay. Regular, I can't say that word. We interrupt this broadcast. We interrupt our regular. We interrupt this broadcast for a word. No, for a
Just
word.
try to say the word regularly.
Regularly.
There you go, you said
Okay.
it.
We interrupt this regularly scheduled broadcast.
No, that was good.
We interrupt the regularly scheduled program to bring you this important word from.
We interrupt this regularly scheduled broadcast to bring you an important word from our sponsor.
This is absolutely perfect timing to get our Home Chef box because we have nothing of use in our kitchen.
We
The
don't
things-
have any pots or pans or.
Oh wait, I did bring
What did you bring?
a big pot.
Oh, a big pot.
Really useful. So I knew that this was gonna be perfect to get specifically the oven ready Home Chef option.
If you guys don't know about Home Chef, it's a meal delivery kit where you can go online and order meals where all the ingredients come pre-portioned with a recipe ready to be made. And we were so grateful to partner up with home chef for this video in our new house to do one of these oven-ready meals where they give you a pan and all the ingredients that you throw into the pan. It's not like a frozen meal or anything, it's fresh ingredients that you put them all into this pan that they provide, stick it in the oven, and make it. And we're like, we don't need any pots, pans, cleanup will be easy, throw the pan away. It's simple. I know that life is crazy and busy and sometimes things can help in the midst of that, and Home Chef is something that has helped Mary and I over the past year of simplifying just the meal and eating and making, and it's been fun for us. So we're gonna make this oven-ready meal. But if you guys want to try out Home Chef, they're giving you a promo code. You can use the link in our description and use the code MaryandPeter80 to get $80 off of your first 4 boxes. We hope that you enjoy it, and maybe some of the oven-ready, or they have some express meals as well that take like 15 minutes. We hope they can be helpful for you.
First time using the oven. How do we do it? Oven. 425. Wait a second. What? Oven temp. Oven mode.
So you turn it to bake.
So is that 425? Newbies.
Yep.
Wow, magical. Peter and I want to split a chicken breast right now, so even though it comes with 2 to put in this meal, I'm gonna use one now and save one in the freezer for next time we are in town. I feel like this needs to be said that I am making this meal with one hand, because one hand is holding the camera. So I feel like maybe that should be like one of the advertisements on the paper. You can even do this with one hand.
This looks good. Perfect.
So good.
Guys, link in the description if you want to try this stuff out.
And now back to your regular programming.
Okay, we pulled out of the driveway and started going down the road, and I was like, oh man, maybe we could get some distilled water, because that's what I use for my sinus rinse. And he's like, oh, I have some, I brought some, it's in the car. I was like, oh, awesome. So we go back home, go in the house, and I start doing my neti pot, and like this huge hunk of, let's just say it's a CF thing. If you have CF, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's like, I mean, your sinuses are apparently part of your respiratory tract. Am I getting that correct? Yeah. So the infection and awfulness that's in my lungs is also in my sinuses. So every once in a while, this big infected hunk of awfulness comes out of my sinuses with the neti pot. That happened, and then half of it went in my throat. And so I was like, like making all this noise, and then it gagged my throat, like my throat reflex, and I like anyway, it was funny. It wasn't like traumatizing or anything.
It was funny, we were laughing.
And just like that, home again, home again. When you don't have chairs, you just sit down wherever you can. So should we tell them the surprise?
What's the surprise?
We're actually not gonna be moving any furniture or stuff into the house.
Oh yeah, we decided we loved it so much that we're just gonna live in an empty house and sleep on a mattress on the floor.
So tell us what you think of that in the comments.
And as always, she's
See you tomorrow. Good night.
See you tomorrow. Good night, guys. And Ollie is loving it too. Oh, sorry, buddy. Good night. We'll see you tomorrow.